What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video of me showing you guys my NFL cards. And for part 3, we're going to be showing you guys the rising stars from the 2024 NFL draft. And let's dive right into it. The first card we have is Jordan Travis, quarterback. Travis' ability to read defense had split second makes stopping him a rather difficult assignment. Analyzing then the coverage before the snap, the single caller and adopts into a play to beat it, getting the snap and dropping back. He looks off the safety and connects with his receiver. And by the way, you guys, he retired this year. He was drafted by the Jets last year, but he retired. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Bucky Irving. Irving proved to be capable of carrying the load of a rushing attack during his final season at University of Oregon in 2023. Leaned on it to make plays on the ground. The back received a career high and 186 carries. He rewarded the Ducks' confidence in him, rushing for 180 yards and 11 touchdowns. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Rome Odunze. After landing their QB with the first overall selection in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Bears wanted to give him a playmaker. They did just that, grabbing Odunze with the 9th overall pick. He joined Caleb Williams in Chicago to form one of the league's most dangerous offensive duos. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Jaheim Bell, tight end from New England Patriots. Bell helped Florida State launch the 2023 season with a strong win over LSU. The tight end started off the right foot, recording his first touchdown of the campaign in the decisive one. He followed up with another score with the Seminoles next game, a 31 to 29 victory over Boston College. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Javon Baker. Baker knows when it's time to break off his route and go off script to make life easier for his single caller. After recognizing a broken play, the wideout works back towards the line of scrimmage. He finds a pocket of space, settles his feet, and brings in the pass to move the chains. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is, this is my guy right here. I have his jersey. Dallas Turner. Like I said, this is one of my favorite players, and I have his jersey. No one in the 2024 NFL Draft dominated the college football trenches better than Turner, pushing off the attempted blocks. The defensive end forced his way into the backfield on nearly every play. He turned offensive linemen into turnstiles, recording 23.5 sacks during his 3 seasons at Alabama. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Xavier Legette. The combination of size and speed that is so valuable in football is presented in Legette. The final pick of the 2024 first round, Legette. The combination of, let me start over. I'm so sorry about that, guys. The combination of size and speed that is so valuable in football that is presented in Legette. The final pick of the 2024 first round posted the 5th round fastest speed in the 40 among wide receivers in this draft class. It was just the 5th wideout and 2,020 plus pounds to clock a sub negative 4.4 in the 40. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Quinyon. Oh wait, my bad. It's Xavier Worthy. Oh, my bad. The speedy receiver went to Kansas City. Stop us if you heard this before. Worthy became a first-round pick for the Chiefs in 2024. After setting an NFL combine record with a 4.21 time in the 40, he's the latest speedy target for a franchise that welcomed the speedy targets for quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Quinyon Mitchell. The Eagles hadn't selected a cornerback in the first round of the NFL draft since Taylor Shepard in 2002. That finally changes for 22 years later, with the selection of Mitchell, with the 22nd overall pick in 2024, a primary defender. He complains Darius Slay and bolsters one of the league's best secondaries. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Andre as the time. As time leaves a trail of destruction in his wake on the way to pay dirt, the powerful back welcomes a contact blasting through defenders who attempt to bring him to the turf with one-arm tackles, dispatching opponents. He continues to surge forward until he punches it in for a 6. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Blake Corum. He was college teammates with J.J. McCarthy, by the way. J.J. McCarthy is my favorite player. That's why I'm explaining why he was teammates with J.J. McCarthy in college. Corum's proclivity for finding the end zone made him a must-have prospect in the 2024 NFL Draft. No matter how tough a defender is, a reliable background opponents down with pushing a run after the pushing run, getting them on their heels. He takes the handoff and plunges in for the touchdown. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Donnie Mitchell. There is no easy way for teams to keep Mitchell having a big game. Risking single coverage doesn't work as the wideout blows past the corner with a game-changing speed. Doubling him backfires as well, leaving one of his teammates wide open to do damage on the other side. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Marvin Harrison Jr. Cardinals quarterback Kyle Murray couldn't contain his excitement when the team selected Harrison in the 2024 NFL Draft. The first wideout off the board, he provides an intimate boost to Arizona's offense. Heading into the desert, the former Ohio State star will aim to help his new squad stack up some wins. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is trying to find the next card. Joe Milton, New England Patriots. He got traded to the Cowboys, by the way, for some late round picks or something like that. Anyways, let's read. Milton's blend of size and athleticism makes bringing single collar down in the open field a nearly impossible task. Standing at 6'5" and 235 pounds, the playmaker runs behind his shoulder pads, playing a physical brand of football. He bowls over defense and rumbles along. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Ladd McConkey. McConkey is a slippery after the catch, bringing the pass. The shifty wideout eludes the grasp of defenders. And continues to work his way up to the field and towards the end zone, sprinting untouched through a sea of bodies. He scampers to play dirt and tacks on other 6 points. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Jared Verse. It was common for opponents' drives to end as quickly as they started against Florida State in 2023, forcing teams to move backwards, and defensive end racked up and astounding 12.5 tackles for loss, getting after the quarterback as well. He added to his impressive camping with 9 sacks. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Ricky Pearsall. A team can never have too many options to work with on defense. Just ask the 49ers who drafted Pierce Hall with the number 31 overall pick in 2024. An elite route runner, the playmaker, creates separation in the flash. Working into the second level, he snags the pass and strides towards the pay dirt. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Cooper DeJean is not cornerback 1. I'm just kidding. Let's move on then. Let's move on. Anyways, the Vikings could have drafted him with the 17th overall pick. He is amazing. Like, he's outstanding. We should have drafted him with the 17th overall pick. The Vikings literally should have drafted him. He's very good. You remember that pick 6 from the Super Bowl? Oh my gosh. That is insane, you guys. The Vikings should have drafted him, bro. Like, the Vikings should have drafted him. Anyways, let's get to reading. Scouts raved that DeJean's variability ahead of the 2024 NFL Draft. A premier defender, the cornerback puts the camps on elite receivers for 3 straight plays to force a punt. Then he stays on the field, dropping back to field the kick and return it to put his team in prime scoring position. Moving on to the next card. Like, bro, we should have drafted him. Come on now. Anyways, moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Jonathan Brooks. Considered the best at his position in the 2024 NFL Draft, Brooks brings everything to the table. The playmaker burns defenses with the ball in his hands, snacking passes in traffic, or taking a handoff to the house. When he comes back and gets physical, laying out defenders with a victorious block to protect his quarterback. Moving on to the next part. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Laiatu Latu. Latu doesn't fall for the tricks often thrown at him, showing off an elite football IQ. The star linebacker makes sure he is always in the right place at the right time, whenever dropping back in coverage or providing support to stop the run. He does whatever it takes to make the play. Moving on to the next part. Not the next part. The next card. The next card we have is Roman Wilson, one of J.J. McCarthy's college teammates. Roman Wilson. Like I said, guys, J.J. McCarthy is my favorite player. He's my favorite quarterback if he does good. Wilson loves to work in the intermediate area of the field, quickly getting off the line of scrimmage. He shakes the cornerback and makes his way into the space between the linebackers and secondary. Rising up, the wideout passes his soft hands to haul in pass and holds on after absorbing a hit. Moving on to the next card. The The next card we have is Michael Penix Jr. Penix landed in a sweet spot with the Falcons. Penix landed in a sweet spot when the Falcons selected him with the 8th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. Learning from Cousins, the single caller will gain valuable lessons, seen as the next face of the franchise. The Southpaw has all the tools to be one of the league's top talents. Moving on to the next card. Moving on to the next card. Sharpen. Moving on to the next card. Let's see what we have here. Jordan Travis. The next card we have is Chop Robinson. Robinson put the NFL single callers on notice with his strong performance in 2023. Moving across the defensive line, the defensive end, dip deep into the pass rush moves to get past offensive linemen, relentlessly pursuing the quarterback detailed for sacks during the campaign. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Malik Nabers. LSU's receivers going on in the first round of the NFL draft has become a common sight. Nabers added his name to the lengthy list in 2024, taken by the Giants with the number 6 overall pick. The wideout heads to the Big Apple to give his new single caller a potential target to work with the passes attack. Moving on to the next part. My bad. The card. Moving on to the next card. Moving on to the next card. The next card we have is Troy Franklin, one of Bo Nix's college teammates. They were best friends, you know. Anyways, let's read, shall we? After a record-breaking season for the University of Oregon, Franklin got his just record, a chance to live his NFL dream. I just wanted to name called. He said after being a 4th-round pick, the Broncos gave me a chance to go out there and showcase my talent. They've seen what that talent can do. Moving on to the next card. Let's see what card we have left. Sorry, we were trying to find what we have left. Two more cards left, you guys. Actually, no. Yeah, 2 more cards left. The next card we have is Johnny Wilson. Wilson's physically allows him to manage how defensive backs and nasty run blocks setting. An edge out wide the receiver gets his hands on a cornerback and immediately pushes him back, take him out of the picture. He clears a rushing lane that allows his running back to rip off a chunk gain. Moving on to the next card. The final card we have here is Ja'Tavion Sanders, tight end. A single caller's best friend is a tight end who can block, run a diverse route tree, and catch anything thrown his way. The combination of skills made Sanders a highly touted prospect in the 2024 NFL Draft. Exciting in any offensive scheme. He delivers exactly what the quarterback needs. Before we close out the video, you guys, I'm going to show you my J.J. McCarthy card. And here's my J.J. McCarthy card. Looks pretty nice. When he got drafted, he become one of my favorite players on the Vikings. Let's read what it says. The first trade of the in the 2024 NFL Draft happened for a good reason. To draft McCarthy, the national championship quarterback from the University of Michigan, brings winning DNA, leadership, and high-end arm talent. The Vikings understandably moved fast to acquire the 10th overall pick to select them. And yeah, that's it for the video. Before we close out the video, make sure to like, subscribe, turn post notifications, and comment down below what is your favorite card in this video, and what is your favorite card in this video. And make sure to comment down below how good will J.J. McCarthy will be. If you're a Vikings fan, how good will J.J. McCarthy will be in the comments below. Make sure to like for part 4, the final part of me showing you guys the NFL, showing you guys the NFL cards. And yeah, make sure to like for the final part. Anyways, guys, have a good day and peace out.